The 250th anniversary of the founding of our nation also holds the 82nd anniversary since D-Day, the largest amphibious invasion in history onto the beaches of Normandy, France. And it almost didn't happen, with multiple factors like weather and troop movements lining up just right for the assault. But Operation Overlord did go through, and victory in Europe won because of the work and sacrifices of millions of people. Meet Howard Polin, just one of the brave many who helped to liberate Europe from the Nazi regime.
You are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you.
As the fronts advanced on the beaches, it was a rough 2 or 3 days.
Corporal Howard Polin was one of the meteorologists helping Allied forces predict the weather on a day that needed maximum coverage for the Army Air Corps without risking adverse effects on the invasion.
The general mood was one of these days we're going to be landing on the beaches in Normandy, and that was the beginning of the end of World War II.
They made a successful landing on the beaches at the estimated cost of almost 5,000 Allied troops and pilots before rapidly wresting occupied France from German forces.
We had mobile weather stations that were going ashore on barges so that we could see where the troops were landing. We could plot them on our weather maps where these mobile weather stations were, and were able to follow the front, so to speak.
And it took months of preparation, mostly in secrecy, to make the invasion into a successful Allied foothold in Europe.
We had to prepare weather charts. There were ways of little symbols on charts where you would draw the isobars and the isotherms and the high pressure areas and the low pressure areas and the movements, how these fronts would move. And this would enable us to make a reasonable prediction of what was going to be, at least in the next 24 hours.
But predictions said weather conditions would not be ideal on the original date, June 5th, which led General Dwight Eisenhower to delay the invasion.
He did change horses a little bit. He went from the 5th of June to the 6th of June because the weather conditions were not ideal. They were acceptable, but not ideal. And it was rough landing.
But Allied forces landed, made their way through France and into Germany, and created a Western front that eventually helped win a victory in Europe.
I was shipped home on a troop ship. The troop ship, I remember these things because I lived through them, was the SS Frederick. And we called it the good ship Freddie because it was taking us home.
82 years later, at 102 years old, Polin now lives right here in the Rocket City with his daughter and his wife of over 70 years.